welcome to another Coffee with Colin, and thanks for joining me. The last couple of weeks have been a bit challenging for me, to be honest, and I came down with COVID one of the weeks, so that was a bit rough. And then coming out of COVID, I found also somewhat difficult in that, when your energy gets zapped, when you take a hit, oftentimes it can be difficult to get back on the horse and get back out there again. And I have to admit to having struggled with that in this last week. So a couple of phrases that I've had to use to keep myself on track, I'd like to share with you today, if I may. And some of those phrases would have come to me over the years from various different spiritual devotionals that I would have spent time reading. One phrase that I've had to use, and when I say use it, I write these phrases on my page in front of me. If I'm having a meeting with somebody, I'm not feeling particularly confident, I'll write "all is well." And it's something that I would have picked up over the years in something like "My Utmost for His Highest" by Oswald Chambers, or "The Word for Today," two of my favorites. And another phrase that I've used, and again, I would write these phrases down on a page when I'm having a meeting. Of course, nobody on the other side of the screen would know that I'm struggling, but that's okay too, right? Another phrase I would use would be still and know that I am God." Be still and know that I am God. Let go and let God. There's another one. Let go and let God. You know, what would happen in your life if you stopped trying so hard? What would happen if you in fact let go and let God? Maybe some stuff would unblock for you more quickly if you stop trying so hard. So my reason for coming on today and just talking about this on Coffee with Colin was just to let you know that I'm human. We all are. We all have ups and downs. We all make forward progress, and we all stall at times, and both are okay. I was given out a few weeks ago about the so-called gurus on social media that get on and beat us up for not making, not baiting it out 24/7 in pursuit of some usually material goal. So I'm not going back there, but I am saying that I just don't agree with that philosophy. And sometimes the biggest victory in a person's life can be simply them hanging on for another 24 hours. So I hope that this message resonates with some people out there. I hope that you can take something from it yourself. Give yourself a break. Remember that all is well. Remember that you have survived thus far. Remember that, or perhaps choose to decide that there is a higher power out there that has your back, that all is well, that whatever you want to call that higher power, for now we reference that higher power as God. Be still and know that I am God. If the universe is offering to have your back and to help you, well then, why would you get in the way and not let it? So maybe for this week, maybe if you're struggling a bit, remember that forward motion doesn't have to be the case. Maybe it's simply enough to stand still and hold on. And maybe it's simply in this next 7 days, it's to use the ratchet principle. It's the ratchet is, of course, a device that allows for continual rotary or linear motion in one direction only. And of course, when you ratchet forward, the whole idea is that it locks in. There's no slippage. So maybe success in this next week for you will be simply holding on and not allowing any slippage. And you know what? If that's the case, that's good enough. That's good enough for sure. And there's another phrase, good enough is good enough, right? Progress is progress. 2 steps forward and 1 step back is progress. 2 steps forward and 2 steps back is life. So give yourself a break in this next 7 days if you need to. Know that all is well. Use some phrase like "be still and know that I am God." Use a phrase like "let go and let God." Write those phrases at the top of your page as you're starting a meeting, and see where it takes you. And then the last thing I'll finish with today on Coffee with Colin is the Ho'oponopono prayer, which I was introduced over the last number of years. And I find it a really nice thing to have in my toolbox, if you like. And the Ho'oponopono prayer is simply 4 phrases that can be used when you're interacting with somebody. And the 4 phrases are: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you can say, though, that the Ho'oponopono prayer in your mind. You can write it on a page. You can say it out loud. You can say it and bring somebody's face into your mind so that you have them, you're holding them, and then say the Ho'oponopono prayer in favor of that individual. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And so I'll finish this week's Coffee with Colin by saying to you, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And thank you for joining me for this week's Coffee with Colin. I hope and trust as ever you got something from it. Please consider what's been shared here today and apply it into your thinking for this next week. And then very importantly, come back next week and we will share another coffee together and I'll ruminate on some other aspect of life and business. Between now and then, get some great coffee for sure. Get some fresh air, get some R&R. If you spend too much time with people, I recommend just take some time out and spend some time alone. If you spend too much time alone, I recommend you go meet some people. And then when the time is right, and only when the time is right, get your head back in the game, get organized for the week ahead, get stuck in, make next week count, even if that's standing still. And I'll see you here this time next week for another Coffee with Colin. Slán. Love great coffee. Talk to you soon. Take care and bye for now.